Welcome to Love Life After, where we embark on the beautiful journey of love, life, and resilience. I am Christelle, your host and friend on this exploration. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you're a cherished member of our family, thank you for being here. On this podcast, we'll share personal tales of triumph, heartache, and the incredible transformation that unfold after every challenge. So grab your favorite glass of wine, cup of tea, or coffee and find a cozy spot and let's dive into this magic of love, life, and everything that happens after the obstacle. And remember, your story is our inspiration, and together we'll navigate this journey ahead.
Baby, you're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen, Baby, you're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen.
Welcome back, and we appreciate you for coming. I am Christelle.
And I'm Belinda.
And we are back. Oh my God. From 2018 to now, we have 9 seasons.
Wow.
Season 9. I know, it's so exciting. I'm like, dang, okay. I like that though. But I didn't realize, I was just talking the other day and I was like, dang, it's season 9?
I didn't realize you said it now.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I was like, wait, ain't no way this is season 9. But it is season 9. So yeah, welcome back. But so yeah, I know we haven't really talked. We haven't recorded since my birthday, the week after my birthday, right? Or 2 weeks. I know it was before Thanksgiving. No, it was after, like, yeah, the last week of the first week of December.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, it was one of those episodes. But yeah, so before we do, I do wanted to tell you that I listened to the Me by Tamia. Love the song. Actually, one of my favorite songs thus far. I love that song, girl. I was listening.
Good.
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, why didn't she tell me this before? This was, it just is making me love me more and choosing me more.
Good. I'm happy.
So I wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But yeah, so tell me what you've been up to lately. What's been going on with you since we last? Because we haven't really talked either. So let's make this a check-in.
Briefly, but not really briefly. I was in LA for almost a month, celebrating Christmas, New Year's, and all of that. Mm-hmm. Came back to Georgia a little shortly after New Year's. And, just kind of like working on a lot of projects that I'm excited about this year. As the year goes on, you guys will find out a little bit more. But really, okay, so last year and the years before, when people would talk to me, I'd be like, yeah, when I respond, I'm choosing violence. But this year I told myself I'm choosing peace. And I'm with anybody.
Girl, did you just say peace?
I'm choosing peace.
Oh my God. You know what? I've been thinking, right? And I've been like talking about this for weeks, right? And I was like, what? Because remember, it was something I wanted to call this season before. But I'm going to show you what I did 2 days ago. I said, this is going to be season of peace. And then you took the word right out. You see how like things just kind of like work through. Like last season, Bolivia was like, it's going to be season of freedom. And then it was freedom. And then this season is like just season of peace. Just like peace of mind, peace of life, peace of everything. So that's amazing. I love that. I'm glad you say that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just like kind of like jump.
You're good. I'm glad we're on the same page. It wasn't intentional, right? I didn't just, like most people have those New Year's resolutions, say, hey, next year I'm gonna, choose peace.
Right.
It
right.
That at all. the year started, everything was going great. I was with my family, we're enjoying life. And 3 days into the New Year's, I
Mm-hmm.
get a text message from now is an ex-friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
um, who basically stated that our friendship has, run its course and that they no longer wanted to be friends with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, I was like, wow, like the year just started and, why are you choosing to be negative like this? You're already
Right.
choosing to kind of discard people without really
Right.
even, like, to me, it was just crazy. And this was like first thing in the morning. I'm waking up and seeing this, right?
That's kind of
And
selfish.
it was very selfish, but it was
Mm-hmm.
also like the year just started. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is how you want to start your year,
Right.
this negative. And so I told myself, you know what? Whatever she's going through, like in the past, I normally, respond back and, say like, hey, what's going on, da da. But this time I was like, you know what? Life is beautiful. I'm blessed. I'm literally beyond blessed. And so I'm just not even going to entertain anything that can get me out of character or get me out of my little happy zone. So I just didn't respond and
Good
just
for
moved
you.
on.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. No, that's really good that you didn't respond because you could have been you could have been sick. She don't know what's going on. Anything could have been happening. Something could have been happening with your child. So it's kind of selfish of her to not really yes, it's okay for her to I think the last episode, the Beyond Bonds, I think we may touch base on that a little bit about people not realizing what's going on with the other people before you
Mhm.
make the decision. So that's why it's important to communicate these things so you
Right.
don't have situation problems like this.
Right, because let me tell you, so last year the same individual messaged me and she said, "Hey, you've lived in Georgia for the last 3 years and we haven't seen each other." And I responded, I said, "You know what? You're right. As a friend, I need to do better." I explained to her, I was like, "Listen, I'm a new mom basically of two kids, right? A 1 year old and a 2 year old." I was like, I'm in, doing my IT stuff. I'm still taking classes. I'm working full time. I don't have a nanny, so it's like it's only so much I can do, to
Mm-hmm.
hang out, go out, and stuff like that. And she was like, yeah, that's, no excuses. Now she has like a 15-year-old, so she doesn't really have anything tying her like down at home or anything like that, so she's living kind of like freely.
Right.
And so, but yet I was still like, okay, I apologize because if my friend is feeling like this, I need to validate her feelings, right? I
Right.
gave her that and I explained to her, I said, it's going to be a few months
Mm-hmm.
until things can get back to normal. Once, my life slows down a little bit, I was like, give me some time. We'll catch back up. I was like, I want to
Right.
go out to brunch and lunch and this and that. So I literally had that whole conversation with her. And the new year started. I guess she decided, well, hey, your friendship is no longer valuable to me, I guess. So let me go ahead and discard you. So I helped her put me in the trash.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that could be a good thing for you too, in a way, because sometimes, like, and I'm a true believer, I believe in God, so I'm a true believer that things happen for a reason. It was just God removing her for your peace of mind. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's great that you didn't respond back because you're on a different journey than she
Mm-hmm.
is, and
Mm-hmm.
you have peace
Yep.
and she doesn't have that peace. So I guess I pray to God that she do find that peace with whatever she's looking for. But at the end of the day, you have to focus on you and you have to choose you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Go ahead.
It's good though. It's very comforting because, you know, when you're surrounding yourself with people who they have their own journey, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, like their beliefs and their wants, their desires are aligning with yours, it just
Mm-hmm.
makes life so much easier. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
you and I, we don't talk every single day. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Because we respect each other enough to know, like, hey, I know she loves me, I love her, and I know sometimes she has a lot of other things going on, and vice versa, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just gonna be like, hey, you haven't checked on me.
Right.
I need to let you go. So no, I'm glad we're both on, our season of peace.
You see
Yes.
that?
Yep, season of
That
peace. I love
that was
that.
that was what I created a
I
couple
love
days
that.
ago. That's crazy. Yeah, this is good. It just make me feel good. Like it just even make me my mind just is kind of like at ease, just knowing that we have like that connection. I don't know. It just yeah. Sorry.
God be knowing.
I'm still in in on cloud nine right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good. Good cloud. Stay on that.
I know. So last year I went on this journey where I call it self love journey,
Hmm.
and then this year is self peace
Yes.
journey. So I'm just gonna try my very best. Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to say try. I'm going to do my very best
Right.
to stay at peace with my relationship with people, my life, my work. So and that's the goal, and I'm just looking forward to what this chapter has in store, and
Right.
I can't wait.
Right. Oh, that's really good. But when you're choosing peace, it's not the easiest
Oh, I
to
know.
keep up with, right? Because remember, we're only human, right?
Hmm.
And things are going to happen. But here is the key to that. When you feel yourself getting out of that, like,
Hmm.
and I'm speaking from experience because, I
Hmm.
said I chose, but then maybe Sunday or something, someone kind of got me out of character.
Hmm.
Now, I was, in a class setting for maybe like 7 hours. It was late at night. So I really let my emotions get the best, of me.
Hmm.
And one of my colleagues like reminded me like, hey, you're in the moment, you're upset in the
Hmm.
moment, you're tired. Make sure you're making better decisions, that you don't sit in this moment right now, because that's not how you're
Hmm.
going to feel tomorrow.
Hmm.
And usually I could be stubborn, this little Gemini could be crazy, but
Hmm.
I thought to myself, I'm respecting this person enough to
Hmm.
listen to them and,
Right.
snap out of this moment of like anger, moment of weakness or
Right.
whatever.
Hmm.
And right, and then within that same moment where me and the other individual had like a misunderstanding or whatever, we were able to
Hmm.
apologize to each other, move on, and even decided to work together. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
that's amazing.
I chose to stay in that, like, oh, I'm angry at this person. This person did
Hmm.
this and that. Like, I wouldn't have had this new door of opportunities open for me,
Right. Right.
So it was really a big lesson to me.
Yeah.
It really taught me like it's okay to have like that emotion, but don't stay in it too long.
Hmm.
Like you everything you can not to stay in it too long, but also if you have people that are able to get you out of that and really tell you truthfully,
Hmm.
realize how blessed you are.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
People might give you in there, right? They'll be like,
Right.
"Yeah, girl, you need to stay mad at that person. Why they did
Hmm.
what? They did what?"
Yeah.
But when saying, "Hey, give that person the benefit of the doubt. They're human
Hmm.
too, and this and that." Those to me, those are blessings,
Right.
true blessings.
Definitely. That's good that you were able to like, notice you was aware,
Girl, let me
you
try
know.
it.
That self-awareness. So you was aware, so you was able to like implement that
Hmm.
into the relation the situation. So
Hmm.
that's really good. I mean, but you know what, like you said, we're not perfect. We're not, we're gonna mess up. That we're gonna encounter days or people that's gonna try their best
Hmm.
to get us
Hmm.
out of that character, to take us to a place where we don't want to go. But
Yep.
that's when you'll know your true place, your true self, to see, okay, am I going to let this or allow this person to take me back to this
Right.
chaotic place? Or am I going to stay at peace and deal with this situation?
Right.
And choosing to, like, deal with it and stay peaceful, that's when you know you win. You're
Girl.
winning,
Seriously,
you
you
know?
do. You win when you're at peace with yourself. You win
Mm-hmm.
when you're choosing to just fight with people, just because, like, girl, I'm trying to add light, years to my life, not take some off,
Right. I don't have the energy right now. I don't have the energy to trying to fix, anybody else's problem. I just want to stay at peace with people and encourage them to grow in a relationship with God.
Let's
You
go
know?
back real. You just said you don't have time to fix other people's problems. Do you
I
realize how far you've come with
I,
that?
I know. I know.
Like, for you guys that don't know, Christelle
Ah,
trying to help somebody, heal somebody, fix somebody,
Yeah.
mend them in pieces, like if somebody like was a human status and they broke, she'd probably be on her feet trying to put them together with glue or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in a
But
car.
it takes away from you, it takes
Yeah.
away from like your own healing because you're
Mm-hmm.
taking on other people's problems, right? And you're just
Mm-hmm.
wearing it. It's just weighing you down. But
Right. So
good for you.
right, I haven't shared this with you right before the new year, right? Maybe like a couple days before Naya's birthday. I was like just in the car driving, reminiscing, like, about just life in general, like about how far I've come, and I
Mhm.
just started crying. I started praying. I just started crying. I'm like, God, show me a sign. Like, show me a sign. Let me know what you want me to do. Like, what is it that you want me to do in this season? Because the new year is coming and I don't have no resolution. Like, people always say, oh, I have a resolution and all that. I don't have any, but I just want you to show me a sign. And then the
Mhm.
next thing you know, my mom called me, like literally right after I've cried. And my mom just called me. She's like, I just want to check. Mind you, she called when it was like really late there. It was like midnight, past midnight there. And I'm like, what are you doing up?
Right.
And then she was like, I was just thinking about you and I want to, pray with you.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Wow.
Right. And I was like, this was like past 12 o'clock. And the time difference. So I was worried at first because I answered so fast. I thought something happened.
Right, right.
And then she was like, I was just thinking about you and I wanted, to pray with you. And I was like, okay. And then my mind, I started, we were FaceTiming, but it was dark, so she could see me, but I can really see her. So she was like, what happened? I was like, no, I was just, literally praying.
Mhm.
And she was like, okay, just why don't you start focusing on you and start doing for you? Because you're always trying to do for everybody else.
Wow.
And then I was like, well, that's not really what I was praying for.
Mhm.
But okay, so maybe so
Mhm.
after that we talked after, and then she asked me about what am I looking forward to next year or something like that. And I was like, I'm choosing me. I'm
Mhm.
learning finally to choose me. I've talked about self-love and I feel
Right.
like I really do love myself now. So I'm choosing to stay there and just continue to choose me because I feel like that sign that my mom that I was praying about and my mom called me, it was supposed to be like my sign
Right.
to
What you
choose
asked for.
me for what I asked for and stop worrying about other people.
Wow.
Isn't that
You s-
crazy?
you see how blessed you are when you listen?
Yeah.
Because you prayed, right? Because a
I'm
lot of
very
people,
blessed.
they're not listening, right?
Right.
We'll give them the answers. They're not listening, but you're aware enough to listen, right?
Girl, I was like, wow.
That's good, but I'm glad you learned that. And I think you also learned it at a time that was meant to be, like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
needed to, because back then maybe you just weren't ready, or maybe some people actually really needed you then.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I do believe it. I
Yeah.
believe that people always need people. Like, I'm not gonna be, if somebody's hurting and they're like, oh, I need you, I'm not gonna be like, F you or anything like that. No, I'm still gonna help you, but I'm not gonna go out of my way
Right.
to try to help. But if you come to me and say you need help, I'm going
Right.
to help. But I'm not gonna like my focus is more on me, trying to focus on me. Yeah, on me. I wanted to say for a second like on my kids and my family, but no, I'm gonna focus on me because once I'm good, then they're good. Then all of y'all good. Once I'm good. So
Exactly.
if you come
Good.
to me, huh?
If mama's not good, everybody can't be
Nobody
good.
is good, right? So like, if a friend come to me and say, "Hey, I need you," I'm not gonna be like, "Sorry, I ain't talking to you." But if
Right.
something that's like taken away from my peace, then I'm gonna like, "Hey, I love you, but I'm not in that space right now to help you. I can't help you. I wish I could, but I just
Right.
can't at this moment. But I still want to help people. But it's
Yeah.
not gonna be at the expense of me losing me.
Yeah, and that's I definitely feel the same way, except
Mm-hmm.
I tell you this all the time. You're much nicer than I am. I stand with that. Because
Ah,
with me, I used to be like that. I used to be like, okay, even though this person's done that or this person, like forgive and forget, and
mm-hmm,
they'll still come back and ask for help. But
mm-hmm,
I'm finally at a place where now I truly do know my worth. I truly do know what I bring to the table, what I can
mm-hmm.
add to people.
Yeah.
And so if you make a decision to
Mm-hmm,
remove me out of your life, that means when you do need me, please do not come get me. Do not come
mm-hmm,
for me, because I've done that
mm-hmm.
for you before. I've been
Yep.
there, when you needed, but now it's like, and I had this conversation with my sisters. I was like, had it been that you just didn't talk to me or didn't say anything, and then, like,
Yeah.
just left, don't talk to me, is different. But for you to literally tell me, like, hey, like, I want to be friends with you, that means, like, at any point, if you do need me, that
That's
contract
it.
has expired.
It did.
You're like, that person will not show up. That person
Right.
may
It's
not even,
gone.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
and to do that, you really have to really know that, hey, I deserve better. You know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm.
I'm worth to not be like, because like I said, we've had the discussion. If
Right.
it wasn't, haven't had the discussion,
Right.
was
Right.
like real nasty about it, then yeah. But the fact that we haven't, you're still choosing to kind of be like, oh, it's still about me and not you.
Right.
Forget you.
Mm-hmm.
The next, like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
about you. So I got to make it about me as well. So
Right. I have a question though. Like, are you one of those friends? Well, I know you're not, but I'm just gonna ask anyway. Where because she say, okay, I'm done with you. Like, have you blocked her like off of your
good. I
phone? I'm just curious.
love those questions. So usually when someone either stops talking to me, or if,
Mhm.
even in the past, if they said like, I'm not your friend anymore, I am a lazy blocker, lazy
Mhm.
deleter, lazy unfollower,
Uh huh.
because I want to say from the moment I've had social media, I never really have been the person to go look for someone and add
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
It's always the other way around, because I swear to
Right.
you, kind of sound like conceited or anything. I'm just very forgetful. Like, I'll
Mhm.
tell you, if unless I do it right there in front of you, because I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
let me go ahead and look for you and add you right now.
Right.
It's never gonna happen. I'm gonna forget until
Mhm.
you find me and add me or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But in this particular instance, right?
Mhm.
Um, so prior to her unfriending me, she had
Mhm.
messaged me and said that I need to unfriend her ex, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I had a problem with that, because I was like, oh, her ex didn't do anything to me, and I thought that
Mhm.
was really up, right? And I was like, but at the same time, I was like, my loyalty should be with her. So if she knows something I don't know, because of me valuing that friendship, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this ex, because at the end of the day, we didn't have like a friendship like that, anyways. She
Mhm.
didn't do harm, harmful to me, whatever. I was like,
Mhm.
I'll delete her ex. But
So you did? You
after
deleted her?
deleted her ex,
Okay.
and so once I got that message a month or so after that, then I thought to myself, then I looked, and she was still my friend. And it wasn't until literally yesterday. Yes,
Mhm.
yesterday. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, if you don't want to have anything to do with me, why are you still friends with me on social media? Which
Mhm.
means you literally get no access to me whatsoever.
Mhm.
So I friended her on any social media that I have that she was part of.
Mm. Okay.
Access denied now.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Wow.
yeah, I don't. Usually I'm very lazy about it, but in this particular instance, you made it
Mhm.
very clear to me that our friendship has run its course. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it is very funny. I've never experienced that before.
Right. That's weird. Okay, another reason why I asked because I had someone who this was like a while back. I think it was probably like 2022. So the
Mhm.
person deleted me, right? Deleted me. I didn't even know I was deleted from like almost all my social media. So I was looking for the person and I realized that
That
we're no
we're
longer, friend on social media, like anywhere. Because I was like, oh, I know, we're friends. So I was looking for the person so I could send something to them, right?
mhm.
And I realized we're no longer friends on social media. So I was like, That's weird. So it was, and then we talk after we had conversation.
Mm,
Once we had conversation, then it was like I'm back on social media. She tried to add me. The person tried to re-add
mm,
me, like and add me. Then I was like, I accepted it, but I didn't think any at the time. I didn't think anything of it, and I was just
mm,
like, okay, well, let me accept you, like from Facebook and Instagram. So I was
mm,
like, okay. I didn't think I was like, okay, maybe they deactivated their Facebook or something. I don't know. I don't know how social media work with all this stuff. I'm still trying to learn social media. Okay, so but the reason why I brought that up because of what you said. So and I was like, like should I have accepted them? Because if they deleted me, like why do they are they trying to be nosy? Like, cause we don't really have conversation like every day. Like I don't really
mm,
talk to everybody every day. But it was
mhm,
just like it was just weird because we've had some disagreement and then I was deleted. And then I'm like, so should I message you and say, hey, did you? But I was like, no, let me just keep it like that. But when she re-added me, I was I don't even know why this was a problem. So I would
mhm.
just assume, okay, maybe she's good now, right? I don't know.
Right.
Girl, I don't know. So my thing was I accepted, but then what I did was I went back when I realized just actually last year when I realized what was going and I just kind of felt like that friendship kind of like just like, it's not where it used to be or anymore. So I just went and muted them. I
Mm,
muted them because, and another thing is the stuff they were posting when I did see it, it was very negative, you know?
right.
So I just muted the person. I muted Facebook and Instagram. And I did kind of feel like a sense of peace, like,
Mm,
okay, so I don't have to see these posts anymore. But
right.
then last week I got a text from the person inviting me to an event. So I'm like, I don't know. I just want peace. So I'm trying to debate if I should block this person because I
Mm,
don't want to deal with them anymore, or if I should keep it. But I haven't had. We don't have. We're not like when I don't feel like we're that close for me to
mhm,
have a conversation about that. But
mm,
we are like we have family members, you
mm.
know, and what do you call it? Um,
That are friends with each
that are
other or
friend
something
with
like
each
that?
other, kind of like in the same circle. So
Mm,
it was when I did see them, it was just weird. It would just felt like a weird vibe. But
mm.
I just want peace. So what do you think I should do? I'm just curious because I don't
What
like the
that's
negativity,
not
huh?
nice as you. Why you gotta ask somebody who's not as nice as you?
I mean, I'm just curious to see where you will go, what kind of answer you will give me, because I don't know what to do. And because what you did was like perfect. You
Here's
didn't
the thing.
respond to them.
You say you muted this person. For you
Hmm.
to even go as far as muting somebody, especially if you're saying that what they're posting is negative,
Right.
that's already, you don't want anything that can trigger you when you're on a journey of peace,
Right.
right? That's
Hmm.
how I look at it, because prior to her sending me those messages, she was also posting like people ain't, ish, people are this, people can't be trusted. It was just so much negativity. And I kept thinking, like, why is it everybody that says it wrong? Like, are you not
Hmm.
paying attention to yourself? Like,
Hmm.
what's no. And even with her saying that and stuff, like, she was still friends with, my family members, like, it just tells you like there was no issue, right?
Right.
But why I really decided like I'm gonna unfriend her, not
Hmm.
mute her, unfriend her, is like, one, it was a lot of negativity. Everything she is
Hmm.
posting is very negative, and then you send me the
Hmm.
message is very negative, and your presence, when you were around, became very negative as well. So to me,
Hmm.
just like, I don't know if it's gonna sound however to someone else, but at this point, like, you're not adding value to my life, and
Hmm.
can potentially get me out of character at any time.
Hmm.
And I don't want to put myself in a position to ever assume if she
Hmm.
posted something, about an ex friend or whatever, assume that it's me, and then where I'm in my
Hmm.
feelings. So I'm just not gonna put myself in the position to have another human being have that much control over my emotions.
Hmm.
social media. I mean, I browse through that all the time. You know, if the kids are
Mhm.
gonna have, free time or blah blah blah, I'm going on there to look at funny stuff. Like
Right.
or religious stuff I'm not on there to look at anyone's negativity, to have
Mhm.
anyone assume I'm talking badly about them, or for
Mhm.
me to assume any of that. So that's why I was like, you know what? This chapter of my life is closed. So I'm
Mhm.
closing the doors
Mhm.
in every single area that, that person is in. I'm shutting every single door, shutting the windows, everything.
Okay, you just answered my question. So, so I appreciate that. I'm choosing peace.
Exactly. You
Right.
have to. You have to. Listen, this world is not an easy world. This
Mm-mm.
world can have a lot of hate, a lot of hardships, a lot of pain, you know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
so because we don't live in a perfect world, it's really important for us to create our own little perfect bubble as best as we can.
Right.
So to have that, you got to remove the people that are just triggering, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's that. I didn't tell you what to do, but I'm just saying, I just told
No,
you what I would do.
I had already kind of like made up my mind as to leaving people in 2023. Just, you know, that's it. Like, I'm not saying I'm never going to talk to you again, but I'm just choosing peace on this journey that I am now and just keep my distance, you
Yeah.
know? So, yeah.
And I think that's perfectly okay,
Mhm.
especially if you guys don't have that type of relationship anyways.
Right, right. So, yeah.
What is there that's lost?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just thought it was weird, but I wanted to ask because I was like kind of like curious as to how
Mhm.
you handle your situation. But the thing too is it's just weird when you don't know why people do the stuff they do without really talking to you
Yeah.
first, you know? So,
Well, people are not perfect,
yeah,
Emotions,
nobody's
as
perfect.
last Sunday, emotions definitely get the
Mhm.
best of you sometimes. And if you don't have the right people in your corner to get you to snap out of it until
Mhm.
you get in your feelings, sleep it off, apologize to
Mhm.
the other person, hear the other person off. If you don't have the right people on your team, you will continue to make the most useless mistakes.
Mhm. Yep.
You know? So if
I
you guys
know.
out great people on your team, in your life, in your family that really encourage you to choose peace over violence, consider yourself very blessed.
Yes, amen to that. I post something on social media about like people letting us like which y'all want us to talk about. So far I have some good, feedback. So I just want to
Mm.
hear. Let me know. Well, let us know what y'all want us to talk about this season of peace. Okay, like let's hear some story. I want to hear some things that you want us to talk about. Give us some topics. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this season.
Yay, me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Me too. I'm excited. Now, if you're not at peace or you're not ready to choose peace yet, you're still choosing violence. I still want to hear,
Whew.
I still, because
Yes.
your time to be at peace yet. You may still have a lot that you need to get out, get off your chest or,
Mhm.
resolve whatever. So if you want to come on and just talk, let's hear you out.
Mhm.
What's up?
Yes, yes,
Go on
yes.
it.
So I do actually have somebody who do want to come because who I can't wait for him to come on. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have him come on and he would love to be a regular. He said you need to put me on there every week. I said come on by. So I can't wait for him to come on and share what he
That
got to share. But yeah. Yeah, I'm
that's all.
excited.
Thank you for that, you guys. That's gonna be exciting.
I know. Whew. Yeah. But yeah, you have anything you want to add?
Um, no, not really. It's just, if you see me, I'm choosing peace. So please
Mm-hmm.
don't try to trick me. Don't try to fight me because I ain't gonna fight you, but I will sue you though. I'm just
Ooh, not sue.
kidding.
Not suing the person.
No,
There
I don't
was
fight. Sue.
there was something that I saw earlier today. I wanted to it was something if I find it I'll put it out there. But it was something about um about, it was just a positive quote that I saw earlier on social media. I'm trying, girl. I'm trying to be more on there and read more, like more engaged. I'm trying. But I saw something and said, I found it. It said, this is your mature year. You got to control your mouth, your
Mm.
mind, and your money. And I just wanted to add to that. Don't control anybody else. Just stay focused on that. Okay?
Not for this one.
Yes, I love that. When I saw it, it's by a post called Subconscious Things.
Send me that.
Oh, Thinkers, Subconscious Thinkers. I'm sending you that right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, oh, I like this. See, no, I want to see things like this. Like, show me stuff like that, positive thing. So, and this is going to be that year. Just think about yourself. You know, mature if you need to, and control your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money. Stay away from people and just choose peace and choose yourself.
Amen to that.
With that being said, remember to leave us those comments, those reviews. We will love to read them and chat with you on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you join us next time as we embark on this journey of self-discovery, healing, and building connection. Together we'll explore the depth of love, the complexity of life, and the limitless possibility that await us on the other side of adversity. If you have any questions, comments, or concern, please email us at lovelifeafter18@gmail.com or hit us up on our Instagram at love.lifeafter. We would love to hear from you and hope you let your story become our inspiration. Peace. See you next time. Bye.